Melbourne Cup Carnival via day number 4. And this is the Champions Mile, the old Canterla Stakes, won last year by Alligator Blood.
Yeah, it's turned into a really good race, hasn't it? Obviously, Alligator Blood last year. It's a cracking field again this year. Obviously, a bit of an afterthought with most of them off the Cox Plate, but it's who can adapt best back to the mile.
You're tipping Fangirl, brilliant in Sydney, putting away Mr. Brightside with a leg in the air in the King Charles, and then had no luck at all in the Cox Plate.
Yeah, she was luckless here. Would she have won the race? I don't think so, but I think she would have finished a fair bit closer to them here. She's not able to build momentum at the right time, and she was terrific out to the 2000. I just think she might be the one that's able to adapt best back to the mile. She's a real miler. She loves dry ground, and as you said, Marto, beat Mr. Brightside the start prior at a mile. So I just thought she might be the one with the turn of foot that might be able to get home over the top.
But Mr. Brightside is returning to his pet distance today.
Yeah, he loves it too, doesn't he? And he's just such a ripper. Beating a photo there in the Cox Plate. All his runs this preparation have been terrific, and he's turned into one of the best horses in the country. Alligator Blood will be tough to get past as he tries to go back-to-back. And Pride of Jenny, well, I think she'll just take away a bit of Alligator Blood's advantage because she's going to be up there rolling along, and he'd probably like to dictate Alligator.
With the tab fix, your top pick, Brad, clearly best back, Fangirl, 290 into 240, displacing Mr. Brightside, 240 out to 290, so they've just swapped completely. Alligator Blood, 380, just out to $4.20 is next in line. Let's cast our eye over the bookmakers. Last 15 minutes, Fangirl went up at 260, tightens into $2.40. Mr. Brightside, 245 out to 3. Alligator Blood, 4, 440 into 4, back to 420. Pride of Jenny, 14, 15 into 13. And I note a late push at big odds for Victoria Road. Import having its second Australian start now with the Mar Eustace camp for Blake Shin, $31 into 19, 9th in the Cox Plate on Australian debut.
Yeah, he started $17 there, Marto, and look, he was okay. Maybe the month and a half between runs and 1,600 up to 2,000. Now he's back to 1,600. He's won twice at the mile overseas before, so look, Gate 1, Shin. I don't know if Gate 1's ideal, being sort of cluttered up, but Blake Shin's definitely ideal. And look, if he can improve a bit, he did come over with big raps and with a pretty good CV from overseas. Group 1 winner, of course, on firm ground too. So, look, there's a bit to like there, but no doubt he has to improve.
Best back, though, is your top big Fangirl. Zach Purton rode it last time out in the Cox Plate. James McDonald's been reunited. 4 rides on Fangirl for 4 wins.
Yeah, she just seems to go really well for J-Mac, doesn't she? Look, the concern is the barrier, the draw, and the fact that she's going to have to get back a little bit. But I think the fact that Pride of Jenny, who was no certain runner here, they were sort of umming and ahhing throughout the week, the connections. The fact that she's here, I think, is a big, big plus, because without her in this race, it would have just been just set them up and just stack them up, basically, and she would have been struggled to run the sectionals to get past them. But Pride of Jenny being in the race means that she's going to rock and roll out in front. We know she likes to do that and really roll along, and that's going to mean that those in behind her, your Alligator Bloods and horses like that, are going to have to cart the field up and chase a fair way out, and it's going to allow a horse like Fangirl to sort of get a bit of a cart into the race potentially, and then unleash that dazzling turn of foot we know she has. So I think the fact that Pride of Jenny's there is massive for her chances.
Second pick, Mr. Brightside, boasts a 50% winning strike rate. Not bad for a horse that's had 28 starts.
Oh, he's a ripper, isn't he? He just always turns up, and I feel for his connections there. I mean, it's hard to feel too much for them. They've won 10.9 million, but gee, they've gone so close to winning the Cox Plate, and it was absolutely nothing in it.
Second of the Group 1s on Stakes Day is the Champions Mile for $3 million. Here's Matt.
Is going to be the last. Much anticipated Kennedy Champions Mile, and the field is set to go. Ready to run, and they're racing. Victoria Road broke well, with also Pride of Jenny, and Alligator Blood isn't too far away from the mare in the early stages. Mr. Brightside's putting itself up there in the first 200 metres. So Pride of Jenny goes to the front, 2 lengths, Alligator Blood, Victoria Road, Mr. Brightside, 4th one off the fence. A couple Banker's Choice, the Inevitable, and Fangirl is at the tail of the field. 1,200 to go, Pride of Jenny in front, this time by 2.5. Alligator Blood second, then Victoria Road, a length Mr. Brightside, 3 lengths the Inevitable. Then came Banker's Choice, and Fangirl at this stage is about 9 to 10 off the leader at the 1,000 metres. Pride of Jenny for Declan Bates just slips her a little bit more leather, and she led by 4 or 5 at this stage. She snuck away at the 800 metres from Alligator Blood. 2 lengths Victoria Road, a similar gap Mr. Brightside. Then came Banker's Choice, the Inevitable, and Fangirl is 15 off the leader. Approaching the turn, 600 to go. Pride of Jenny, can she do it again? She's 6 in front of Alligator Blood. They were followed by Victoria Road, Mr. Brightside. Back behind them, Banker's Choice, the Inevitable, and now Fangirl. J-Mac brought her to the outside, and she's starting to soul into it. Pride of Jenny up the 350. 3 lengths in front of Alligator Blood, Mr. Brightside. Then came Fangirl down the centre of the course. Pride of Jenny starting to paddle at the 200 metres. She's a length and a half in front of Alligator Blood, but she's fighting Pride of Jenny. She's still clear from Alligator Blood and Mr. Brightside. Pride of Jenny, this has been spectacular, and Pride of Jenny won again from Mr. Brightside, Alligator Blood, and then Fangirl next to finish the Inevitable. Banker's Choice, Victoria Road is at the tail of the field. Declan Bates, take a bow. $13 and $3.90. Another magnificent ride. He didn't rush her out, but he just got going at about the 800 metres and just started to sneak away. And the big horses of the spring couldn't wear her down. What a training performance by Kieran Maher and David Eustace. This 6-year-old mare has been nothing but extraordinary at Flemington this week. A Group 1 double to saver. Pride of Jenny is the winner
of the Champions Mile. A week after the Empire Rose Group 1 win, Declan Bates grabs his 3rd Group 1 and riding honours as well.
Unbelievable horse. What an iron horse she is. A great ride, take nothing away from the ride, but I just want to focus on her for a second. I mean, she has just absolutely burnt the candle at ends just a week ago and smashed her rival. She's come out here against the best horse in the country. She's taken off 800 from home again, and she's just run them into the ground. I know they're all off a Cox plate and potentially a little bit flat or whatnot, but all honours the winner. I mean, she is just such an iron horse. Remarkable effort. I mean, it takes so much out of them to do what she's doing, and she's just done it twice in the space of a week. Remarkable.
So back-to-back Group 1s inside 7 days for Pride of Jenny. Couldn't be caught in the $13 range across the toast. The numbers are now confirmed. 7 beats 1, 2 runs suit Alligator Blood. Fangirl, therefore, winds up in 4th position. 1 Group 1 of the